Morning, Dayo. Look, thank you very much for joining the Business Spotlight series. I'm going to hand it straight across to you on this Monday morning to let you introduce yourself and what you do.
Good morning, Ed. Thank you for having me. I'm the founder and CEO of Melamin Matchmaker. Melanin Matchmaker is a dating app merging AI with in-real-life events to help African and Caribbean singles find love. Our app is available to everyone, all races, genders, and creeds, but crucially, we consider important cultural elements and nuances within African and Caribbean communities to improve the chances of finding love.
Fantastic. So that's great. So it's a nice different business to speak to today. So tell me a bit more about the bit that you mentioned, the differences. So could you give some examples of those?
Yes, so mainstream dating apps don't consider certain key cultural elements and nuances within African and Caribbean communities, such as heritage. Again, people within our community tend to date within certain countries. Not even it goes beyond race. So it can be, for example, if I'm Nigerian, I might be looking for someone who's Nigerian. If I'm Ghanaian, I might be looking for someone who's Ghanaian, and you've got tribes within those communities as well. So I'm from a certain tribe in Nigeria. I might be looking to date someone from a particular tribe in Nigeria because there's certain practices and cultural norms which are practiced in those communities. So it's more conducive to a long-term relationship sometimes. And there's sickle cell as well. Sickle cell is a disease which is predominantly in African and Caribbean communities, which again, it's important for two people if they've both got sickle cell trait. It's really important if they don't have a child because again, it can affect the child during the quality of their life.
Oh yeah, that's really important as well. Thank you for that. It's great to hear about it. And I guess as well, in terms of the overall, differences and things you mentioned there, that an app is a great way to actually be able to find people, and especially within London.
Exactly. And if you consider African and Caribbean people are just 4% of the population in the UK. So again, if you consider age range, someone living within reasonable distance, type, all these type of things, it really, really reduces the chance of finding someone. So again, with an app, we try and make it easier for people to meet and connect. And that's the beauty of tech.
Brilliant. And how long have you been running the business for?
So we launched the business initially as a matchmaking service in 2020, but our app was launched in 2021.
Great. And yeah, interesting time to have started, I guess, 2020.
Yes, during COVID, COVID funnily enough, it was actually a better opportunity. It was a good time to be in business for us during COVID because a lot of people were at home and they were looking to connect and meet people. So our business really flourished during COVID.
Brilliant. And in terms of the shift from matchmaker to app, what was the thinking behind that?
We just felt it would be a lot more easier for people to connect with an app. Whereas with a matchmaking service, you have an intermediary, to a human intermediary to help connect you. Whereas with a dating app, it's quicker and easier to go onto the app and and initiate connections and matches and conversations without that human intermediary.
Fantastic. And in terms of your aspirations for the company, where would you like to see it be in 5 years' time?
Well, we're really ambitious and we really want to push the business, and hopefully within 5 years we aim to be the biggest dating app in the world, servicing African and Caribbean singles.
Brilliant. So you aim to sort of go beyond London and go around the world with it.
Absolutely. So our app is available in the US right now. We do really want to expand into the US properly, and target certain states and cities within that. We think there's a really compelling opportunity in this space for this niche. because we feel that a lot of mainstream dating apps don't really consider certain key cultural elements and nuances, as we discussed. And again, there's there's dating apps in other communities, like there's Asian dating apps, there's Chinese dating apps, and there hasn't really been a really compelling dating app in this community. So we want to take that space. We believe that there's a great opportunity to be the go-to dating app in the world.
Indeed. And so on the other side of that, what would you say the challenges are?
The challenges are for us is customer retention, because again, you have good churn and bad churn. Good churn would be, for example, a user comes onto the app and they find the love of their life, or they find a great match and then they leave the app. That's good churn. But again, we've lost a customer. We've lost two customers potentially. And you have bad churn in terms of it's hard to keep users engaged with all the social media platforms. And it's really, we're in a time where it's really difficult to keep a customer on an app. So customer retention would be our biggest challenge. Another challenge would be it's a lot harder to satisfy a user, because ultimately when you come onto an app, a lot of people believe that it's either they find the love of their life or it doesn't work. Sometimes some people have that belief. So it's if we don't help them, end up helping them find exactly what they're looking for, they can become a dissatisfied customer. So it's hard to navigate that challenge. We have had plenty of success stories. We've helped hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people create relationships and marriages. So we're doing really well on that front. But again, those are challenges which are hard to navigate.
And it's just on that, in terms of your customers, does it tend to be people then who are looking for a serious relationship and something long term?
Yes, exactly. So we position ourselves as an app which is tries to stimulate fruitful relationships. So we are an app for people who are looking for something long term, who are looking for relationships, marriages. We believe that this is a great opportunity to build families, to build community, and for there to be a legacy from what we're building.
Brilliant. And look, obviously, it's been an interesting few years to have started a business. What would you say has been your biggest learning in that time?
The biggest learning in this time with a business is just to have a great team. Again, I'm really grateful for the team that we've got. We're all pushing in the same direction. We're all inspired and excited about what we're building, and that I would suggest that would be the number one thing, number one point I take in terms of a business right now.
Yeah, great. And then, so what is it that inspires you?
What inspires me, again, like my team, I suggest we're all inspired by the magical success stories we have created, and we want to create many more. We have a vision to create 300,000 marriages by 2030. Again, that's a huge target, but we are inspired by that and we're motivated by that. And there's a lot of fulfillment you get from hearing a success story of someone who has found their partner, the love of their life on our app, and it really validates what we're trying to do.
Yeah, definitely. Have you been to any of the weddings yet?
Yes, I've been to one actually. I've been to one wedding. We haven't had a formal invitation from others, but yeah, I've been to one wedding, and it's really fulfilling to impact people's lives in such a good way, and hopefully we can create many more.
Indeed, thank you. And as a final thing, is there any news or any offer you'd like to extend to the audience?
No offers, but right now we are raising a seed round of investment. And we are speaking to investors. We do have some investors on board. We're looking to complete that round within the next few months. So that would be the only message I would want to give to your audience. And yeah, we're hoping to complete this round and really drive on and push on to the US, which is a huge market for us, and then potentially into other countries in Europe and in Africa as well.
Brilliant. So yeah, exciting times to come then.
exciting times. We're really excited about what we're doing. We've got so many great ideas and innovations. So yeah, we're really looking forward to really driving forward.
Brilliant. Look, thank you very much for taking part. It's great to hear about the business. It's something a bit different, and it's always good to hear. So thank you.
Thank you for having me, Ed. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dale.
Take care.